I'm Pamela.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong. We're dishing with you today from Art and Soul, which is located at 415 New Jersey Avenue Northwest in the Liaison and Affinia Hotel.
And today's guest, I'm sure you've seen him, if not on the internet, on television, in the newspapers, in the magazines, anywhere you can possibly happen to have a photographer
in your dreams.
and a camera. Paul Wharton, so happy you're here. He's a television personality, he's a blogger, he's a celebrity, he's a lifestyle, fashion, everything. I mean, there's nothing that you don't do. Actually, is there anything you don't do?
Well, you know, Pamela, I was just talking earlier today with my housekeeper and my dog walker.
Two things you don't do.
And those are two things that I just won't do.
And his own laundry.
Thank you. So I don't walk the dog and I don't clean the house. Other than that, yeah, everything else.
So what's going on for the summer? What type of things are you in? What projects are you
Well,
delving into?
for the summer, you know, my contract for the CW just came up, so I'm just getting back on that for another year with them.
Good.
We're doing lots of exciting shows, my cooking show around the holidays.
Wait,
and
you cook now?
I cook. You didn't see my cooking show? The Metropolitan Cooking and Entertainment Show.
Well, you know,
Me and Paula Dean.
Although I love watching you 24/7, that 5 minutes I must have missed. I'm really sorry.
You must have missed that. But listen, all of this food is so interesting because this is how she cooks.
The Southern.
I mean, the bread. She was telling me about what is it called? The hoe cakes.
Yeah,
that's
the hoe cake.
Is that what
That's
a
the
hoe cake
Yep,
is?
that's
Okay,
exactly.
yeah. So she was talking about the hoe cake, and I was kind of snickering under my breath, you know. And she didn't know why I was laughing. She's like, "Oh, I just think you're adorable, but you laugh at the oddest things." And I'm like, "Okay, that's hysterical."
Well, I bet Jessica.
In fact, Paula, you owe me some pots because she told me
She's gonna give you some
was
pots of
gonna
pans?
send me some pots. She has her own line of
Oh,
food.
right.
So she got my address and the whole bit and told me I want my pots. I want my pots.
Well, we're so happy that you're here. I mean, that you could carve out a couple of minutes in your very busy schedule to
Pamela,
come
anything
here.
from you.
Oh, well, you know. Okay, so eat that.
me?
Eat
And
that.
you too.
Okay, fine.
Of course.
I want to see you actually eat that.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
As you know, DC is on the cusp of reality TV explosion.
Yeah.
So, and we've been here, like you guys know, I mean, not to take away from anybody else, but we've been here. I feel like a lot of people that do what we've done in terms of just being in media and philanthropy and really mixing, in my case, fashion and philanthropy and getting our friends and people involved, and we've all kind of been at the forefront of that. And now a lot of people are
Finding it all of a
Finally
sudden be
recognizing that
cool.
DC is a great place for this to happen.
finally recognizing it, but you know, so yes, they are.
And investing.
And you've
Right.
been really, really involved with America's Next Top Model. What
Yeah.
has that been like for you?
It's been great because two of the girls that I chose last season in my casting actually went on to be on the show.
Which came first, though, America's Next Top Model for you or your own agency? Evolution Look.
I believe I had done Made on MTV to start, which is a model show, a show about me making girls into models. And then from there I went on to, I took a gig on Ricky Lake. Do you guys remember Ricky Lake?
Oh, I
Totally.
do. I totally do.
Yeah, so for the last year and a half she was on, I was doing makeovers on there, teaching girls how to get dates, taking them to bars, showing them
that
how to
would have been a
how
trip.
to
I
eat,
can't even
how to
imagine.
pick up a guy across the bar. 'Cause,
That's
you know,
our next show with you.
I know all about that.
Because you know.
I know all about that. Oh, I'll take your man. I will take your man. No, but and then I went on to do the agency on VH1 and all those model shows, and I said, wow, okay, maybe that's kind of my thing. So when I came back down here to DC, I decided to open an agency which was very similar to my mother's agency when I was growing up. She had an agency called New Model.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
Okay.
know that.
You're originally from DC?
I am. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And all my extended family is there.
Okay.
And I actually usually go back for the 4th of July every year, and this is one of the first year.
How could you not spend the 4th of
I
July here in
know.
DC? I love the 4th of July here.
I know, but my grandmama, I wanted to see her, but I was here. I missed it. So next 4th, grandmama, hang on for me. I'm going to come back next 4th.
So what is your favorite thing about living in DC?
Oh gosh,
Hard question, there's so many.
things. You know, it's so interesting because some of my closest friends live in the suburbs. They live in like Potomac and McLean and Vienna. And, you know, I go out there, or they try to get me to go out there. I go out sometimes, but I can't wait to get back in the city. And I lived in New York for many years. I lived all over the city, in Harlem, in Gramercy Park, in Soho. I mean, I lived all over New York City, and I'm telling you, there is no place like Washington, D.C.
We agree. But that said, what's your city pet peeve? You gotta have one. We all do. We talked about it.
Oh,
there's so many.
City pet peeve. Well,
Housekeeping.
shall I talk about the? Well, I tried the Metro.
Laundry.
Oh, okay. Well, we all
other
have pet
day.
peeves about that.
Oh, I'm so with you.
Okay, now let me tell you something. There are ups and there are downs. There are goods and there are bads to being the
Oh, I thought
face
you were talking
of
about the Escalade.
to being the face of the CW. And the good part is you get to do great things like top model, castings, and all this kind of great stuff. But the bad part is when you get on the Metro, the people are like, "That's you!" Ah! So yeah, I lasted one stop, and then I called my friend Donnell, and I was like, "Oh Lord, I got on the Metro, and all hell broke loose." So yeah.
What's a good thing? People know
Above
you.
ground, I love DC. Below ground, not so much.
Don't go
Well, that is a
underground.
good thing. That is a good thing. That means you're recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing your job.
Yeah.
Do you have any trends? Can you tell us any trends that might be happening in DC area, either from a fashion perspective, media perspective, obviously besides the reality show explosion?
Well,
What
I
else
think
do you
that the biggest trend that I see that makes some sense is a lot of people realize if you want to raise money for a charity, put a runway in the middle of the room. Because if you put a person up on the runway and make them feel fabulous, then they're going to write a big fat check for you. Do you find?
Right.
Do you find?
Yeah,
Make
I've
them a
seen that.
model and they'll write you a check. So I'm glad that works
Yeah.
together. I mean, look at Fashion for Paws. Look at pretty much almost all of the things that we do. I mean, even the event Luke Swings had,
That's
we did
right.
it L2. Everything is modeling related, and people want to be involved in the show, and they will raise or write to be a part of this thriving fashion philanthropy marriage
That's an
here in
interesting
DC.
That's because
observation.
the early adopters realized that this was a place for style, for sophistication, for sexiness.
That's right.
And you were one of those early adopters.
That's right.
Thank
Hello,
you, Paul.
Miss Michelle Obama style. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
for
with
being
us.
with us.
Thank you, guys.
And as always, thank you for being with us. Check us out next time right here on the District Dish.